Batwoman number 10, Margaret Bennett writing, Fernando Blanco and Mark Laming both on art. This is the end of the Scarecrow arc, where she formed into a Batwoman Monster Man thing at the end of the last issue. I didn't love this arc of Batwoman. I definitely liked the first arc a lot more. And I think a big part of that may be the art. Not the art here's bad, it's just that first arc with Epting was...
it's hard to beat Epting's art.
It was beautiful.
I
do think that some of the monster stuff felt a little... Like, the first like chunk of this book where she's just the monster and she's sort of like, terrorizing and until she runs into, of course, Sophia. And we can finally get our meeting there. And obviously, I like that she's not sure if that was real, and then she realizes at the end of the issue, oh no, she was really here. She's involved in this. I like that reveal. But this was a very odd kind of issue because it wrapped up kind of the main sort of crisis quite early on, and then a lot of it was like the follow up to it. It was Kane showing up and like debating with her about oh well, like, so you traded the symbol of ours for the bat. You're already obsessed with this one. Like, are you really that much better?
Yeah. So it shows that's what Kate does, though. She latches onto an idea, and then she turns herself into that idea.
Yeah.
So when she was dealing with tragedy, she became this. She was hooked on. It never was drugs, right? It's just alcohol. Like.
What?
Because he keeps telling her, "What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hide? You gonna hide at the bottom of a bottle again?"
Oh yeah.
It's
just alcohol, I think. Yeah.
But it was never drugs, right?
I thought, when you said that, I thought you meant like the whole thing, the last couple issues. No, it was Scarecrow. It wasn't booze.
Scarecrow, no, I'm talking about her past.
That's fine. I just misheard you. And I was like, no, it wasn't just booze. Like, that doesn't make you turn into a monster.
No. Well, some people.
Well, I mean, figuratively.
But yeah, so she goes chasing all these things, and first it was the booze, and then it was Safia, and then it was training, and then it was becoming Batwoman, and she can never just be herself. And I like that Jacob questions her on that, like, who are you at the end of the day?
They're really setting up this thing where I feel like the Gotham Knights are going to fall apart, and her own book, The Solicit for March, was very kind of like, oh, we're getting to sort of dark Kate, where she's kind of ostracized from the group and whatnot. So they're definitely setting up. There definitely seems to be a plan with Batwoman for the next little while. What they've got set up going forward.
That's good, because I feel like you just can't have her be the woman version of Batman.
Oh, of course,
kind of going around the globe, and you need to make her unique as as Dick Grayson is from Bruce. And
because even in this issue, she there was one point where she's, oh, Batman wouldn't do this, but I would. Batman wouldn't do this, but I would. And then eventually she ends with, and Batman wouldn't kill, but I. And she sort of doesn't get to say it. But it's definitely teasing the idea that she is the one Bat character who might break. I mean, all in Red Hood, of course, but proper Bat character who might break those rules. Because she's more of a soldier than the rest of them are. But just some of the hallucination stuff, I felt like went on a bit too long. I think the arc would have benefited by maybe being an issue shorter than it was.
Yeah, I really want to know about these many hands of death, like, because you have the brain, you have the heart, and you have all this. Like, I think that's a really cool new organization that we don't usually get. Like, even in Grayson with Spiral, you kind of hinted at that. Like, there was this evil group, but I like the idea that this exists in the DCU. You don't get that too much anymore.
Yeah, no. So I thought it was a decent issue. I thought it was a decent arc overall, but definitely paled in comparison, I think, to the first one. So I'm hoping the next issue onwards hits as well.
I'm never upset that I read Batwoman, but there have been some issues where I was like, okay, I'm glad this is monthly.
Yeah, not a double shipper. Yeah. That said, if it gets back to feeling like it did in the first arc, then I'll start being a little more enthusiastic.